Hello and welcomes everyone, AnthWolf here with a Let's Talk video for December 2015. If you're unfamiliar with my Let's Talk videos, this is where I basically just sit down and talk to you all for 5-10 minutes or so. I think I'll keep this one reasonably short and basically tell you about what I've been up to on my channel and what will most likely be coming up in the future, as well as perhaps hopefully getting some feedback from you all about what is going on and what, as I say, may be coming up, what you may like to see as we go into 2016. I can't believe it's nearly Christmas already. What do you feel about the festive season? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Feel free to comment below, let me know. I personally, I don't mind picking out the presents and meeting up with some family I haven't seen for many years, but there's a part of me that after you've met some of the family for so many years and you've talked about all of what's occurred since you finally caught up again and you share all your news, after a couple of hours you get that awkward silence, and you always have those family members that you remember why you didn't see them for a little while. But that's me personally. And I suppose we should all be thankful for what family we do actually have, so it's a point of view sort of thing. I'm very socially awkward, as you probably can tell, so yeah, I probably have that. I don't have that going for me. Anyhow, so that's part of the festive season conversation out of the way at least. We'll probably talk more about mostly Christmas and obviously what's happening over Christmas and the New Year in the next couple of weeks. At the moment I haven't decided if I'm going to do anything in particular for obviously Christmas and the New Year, anything special, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'll see if anything takes my fancy. But no, obviously if you've been keeping up to date with my channel, you most likely know yourself already what you've seen me get up to. I've still been releasing Star Wars The Old Republic reasonably steadily. At the moment I'm obviously releasing both my Smuggler campaign and my campaign as an Imperial Agent. Those are complete up to the end of their chapter 3 storylines, and I haven't yet done it so far, but I am planning to take Verona, my Imperial Agent, into the expansions, Rise of the Hutt Cartel, Shadow of Revan, and of course the most recent expansion, Knights of the Fallen Empire. Apparently there's some new announcement with Star Wars The Old Republic, something to do with subscriber rewards. It's actually getting announced today, Tuesday the 1st of December. So I may talk about that in a little while. I don't know anything about it. Maybe I should have waited until the news was released so I could mention it here, but I've just gotten in from work, I've just eaten dinner, and I'm sitting down here with another large bottle of orange Lucozade, and I thought I might as well get this Let's Talk video out of the way here and now. What else have I been doing? I've been releasing a couple of videos of MechWarrior Online. As you always know, as I always mention, I really enjoy that game. I don't know much about, I haven't really involved myself much in the community. I don't really look at the MechWarrior Online forums. I think when it first came out, there was some controversy on the forums. Well, I hate to say controversy. People who didn't understand or who weren't very interested in the lore were picking up the game and forming complaints about it. But now that the game's been out for a good while, I think a lot of that's settled down, and it's people who are genuine fans of the game, who generally have found the game and enjoy it, who have really remained as I hate to say a core group, because there's always like new players being introduced, but there's no harassment, trolling, there's no negativity I feel when playing the game now, where I thought there might have been some of that when the game was first released from Piranha Games, and that was always in the back of my mind. But no, I really enjoy MechWarrior Online. It's one of the few games that I like the, I hate to say clunkiness of piloting a battle mech into the battlefield with my lance or with my company, and basically taking it to the enemy, doing various objectives, or basically the new skirmish play mode where it's basically 12v12. I do like the fact that they've added a third lance to each team, rather than just being 8v8, now it's 12v12. It's been like that for a while, but I don't think I've really mentioned that I appreciate that. It gives the game a bit more, gives each match a bit more longevity. Also rounds out the forces. Even though apparently there's a new balance system, I still haven't looked into that. I think it was mentioned when I just released today my Arctic Cheetah video. They had just introduced a new patch. I'm guessing it means balancing out the two teams and maybe the overall tonnage. I don't know if that's true. As I say, I haven't looked into it. Maybe someone who knows more about the game can actually tell me. And obviously, yeah, just source me the information. Anyhow, that's that. Let's have a look what else. I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4. I've probably put a good 50-60 hours into the game. And I don't feel that I'm very far in the main storyline. And obviously I am releasing them maybe 2 to 4 to maybe even 6 videos every other day, during the weekdays at least. I'm leaving the weekends now for something else. But I will be open and honest and tell you that after part 40, I've actually had to call that series to a close. And that's been not because I completed the game. I wish I could say I completed the game. But there's a point in the game, and obviously I'll mention it because I actually have a kind of a finale video as to why, and obviously that'll explain it more. But there's a point in the game that broke my immersion enough that I didn't feel happy recording it. I could probably play it myself and then I don't have to feel... There's nothing in the back of my mind saying I need to keep this going. I think Fallout 4 for me, it was becoming more of an effort than actually just playing it for fun. And that's how I don't want my series to, any of my series to become. I don't want this to become a job. It is a hobby. And it's something I want to enjoy and lose myself in. And it helps get my confidence up a little, to be openly and honest. It helps me, I don't talk a great deal, in real life, I suppose you can say. Apart from when I'm at work or when I'm here doing maybe Let's Talk videos. So it's a way of reaching out, I guess you can say. But yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'll explain it more when you get to part 41. I understand more. I think I talk about it for about 15 minutes, and then there's even more in the video description. So apologies if you're enjoying the Fallout 4 series, if you're enjoying it at least. I will probably come back to that next year. I may play it for myself, and maybe come the middle of the year, May, June. I'm away. I'll mention this in the future, but I'm away in March. So I'm gonna have to prepare some videos for that eventuality. But when I come back, then I may consider going back into Fallout 4. Maybe try a new build, try again, and since I know, or hopefully I will have got past that part and it won't be blind anymore, it won't be a blind Let's Play, but hopefully I'll be able to share and I'll be more knowledgeable about that title. So yeah, it is a good game. I'd definitely say that. It's just, there was something about it, well, a few things about it actually, but obviously I'll leave that alone. Obviously you can comment on that part 41 when I get there, and whether you agree or disagree, it's personal preference. I say it's just my opinion, my feelings on the matter. But yeah, in addition, what else is happening? I've been really, over the weekends now, obviously I mentioned it previously in the video, over the weekends I'm gonna start releasing the real-time strategy game by Blizzard Entertainment, StarCraft 2. I have already released the first 10 parts of the Wings of Liberty campaign, and I openly admit that I've actually completed that campaign now, all 25 videos of it. And I am actually 18 parts into the Heart of the Swarm expansion, which is the second campaign of that title. And I do have the final expansion of the trilogy, which is Legacy of the Void, but I have never played that before. It only got released last month, well, just turned last month, November 2015. And I have yet to play it because when it got released I was busy recording Fallout 4 at the time. But I remember enjoying Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm, and I thought I may as well, because I like the lore, I like the cinematic, I like the storyline. I'm wondering how it's going to end, and so I thought rather than just doing a Legacy of the Void playthrough, where basically we're jumping into the story in the final third of the story, you could even say, in the StarCraft 2 storyline at least. Obviously there's plenty more in the original StarCraft game that was released in 1998. But no, I thought I might as well do Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm first, and also that would help remind myself and refresh myself about the actual storyline, because no doubt there's callbacks to those two, little things that I may have forgotten that may reappear in Legacy of the Void. So yeah, I think Heart of the Swarm is going to be 27 parts long. Well, give or take, unless something goes horribly wrong and I start failing some missions. I'm doing reasonably well so far, but I'm only playing on normal difficulty, and I'm getting better than I thought. Sometimes it's touch and go, but normal difficulty, you're not provided too much of a challenge. But yeah, I really am enjoying this StarCraft 2, and I hope anyone who may be interested enjoys the series with me. I say I'm looking forward to the final expansion, and I just hope that the storyline is worth my own anticipation and my own enthusiasm for it. I hope Blizzard have done a good job. I've heard rumours that they have, but I try to keep away from social media about the storyline in case I spoil any of the storyline for myself, because I really don't want to do that. And with that in mind, obviously I mentioned it at the beginning of the Wings of Liberty campaign. If you have any interest in the storyline yourself, feel free not to watch my videos. At the moment, I think until the 8th of December, I think on Battle.net it's actually on sale. I think there's a 50% off sale. So maybe it's a good opportunity if you're interested in the game to pick it up and play it for yourself, because I would hate to be the one to break it, to spoil the storyline for you all. In the future, obviously, you haven't seen any of my Heart of the Swarm campaign yet, but that is slowly being uploaded right now, while I'm talking to you actually, and of course over the next weekends I will be releasing the final parts of Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, and in the future Legacy of the Void, and that'll probably take me into the rest of this month actually, maybe till the end of the month depending on how many I release per day, obviously on the Saturdays and Sundays. I do want to continue releasing more of my Imperial Agent in Star Wars The Old Republic, Verona. I haven't started recording any of the expansions yet, but when I have some free time, maybe after I've recorded StarCraft 2, maybe I'll start going into her storyline. And seeing where we can take her, and see what decisions we can make that are different compared to how I did, say, Knights of the Fallen Empire with Valakar, my bounty hunter, because I'd like to see what differences there are. I imagine the storyline follows the same path, but maybe your choices affect the storyline, and how do they do so? These are little questions I like to know. In addition, today on the 1st of December, there has been the 6th major expansion to a title which I haven't recorded for a few months actually, and that is Europa Universalis 4 by Paradox Interactive. The grand strategy game set, I think, originally in 1444 AD, where basically you pick a nation and try to survive, try to dominate the world in various ways, either by conquering fellow nations, exploring the new world, and establishing a powerful trade nation, or ways and means really, even playing a very passive diplomatic game and forming quite a few allies to defend you. Maybe it depends on your play style really. But with this most recent expansion known as the Cossacks, there's been a major expansion, there's been a sprite release and a new music release. All three of them are priced separately. I picked them all up from Steam, but I think you can pick them up directly from the Paradox website. But I'm looking forward to doing another campaign of Europa Universalis 4. Obviously, I think the Cossacks deal with more Eastern Europe or maybe Asia. To be honest, I am very bad with history, and that probably comes through when I'm playing the things like games like Civilization 5 or EU4. But with this most recent expansion, they've changed a lot of things. I haven't fully looked at the development notes, even though Gallyfox did link me to them. I think it was yesterday. And I haven't really scoured through them, but there has been some points of interest. They have added a randomized new world generator for, obviously the new world in EU4 is obviously America, to be precise. America and maybe Australia. I think it's normally just America. So when you click this random new world generator, you have Terra Incognita, and unless you want to play as unless you remove basically that Terra Incognita, Incognito sounds better, sounds about right. Unless you remove that in the lobby through options, you will not know what basically America might look like. It may not look like how you've ever imagined it. It may just be a series of islands. I think I looked at a video by Quill recently when he was just testing it out, and he did it about 3 or 4 times, and each time it was generated different. And not only that, but the native nations there were randomly generated as well. So that's definitely interesting. And if you've seen any of my previous campaigns, any of my previous Let's Plays of that title, then you know that I have a very particular playstyle that I enjoy most of all, and that is the colonization playstyle, when I try to abandon my original homeland and see if I can develop a powerful colony, obviously in the new world. So I would be very tempted to do a new playthrough as a nation I may have not played as before, but with that particular playstyle. I was considering the Hansa, and to be honest, I've been considering the Hansa for a couple of months now, but then I got told that obviously the Cossacks was being released, and so I put it to the wayside until the Cossacks was released. And now, literally about an hour ago, after I got in from work, and I was speaking to Gallyfox, who's actually playing the game right now, as a matter of fact. I was speaking to him about the expansion, and apparently the Hansa no longer exist. I haven't even looked at the game myself. I'm not sure what even video I'm going to be doing in this background. I might just mess around with the random new world generator. So yeah, you might be seeing what I'm talking about as I speak about this. But yeah, it's a shame really. I like the Hansa. They were a very powerful trade nation. They were very small, but they had a lot of potential for growth. So I may have to consider someone local to them. Considering Denmark, maybe Norway, maybe Sweden, maybe one like, as I say, a Scandinavian country maybe is rather tempting. But we'll see. I'll consider it over the next few days while I'm recording more StarCraft 2, and we'll go from there. Just checking the time. Wow, I've been talking a lot longer than I thought I was gonna. Whoops, that's bad. Anyhow, as a final note, since recording, since beginning to record StarCraft 2, I have been considering doing another title of Blizzard Entertainment's, and that is Diablo 3. Now, I have played a little of Diablo 3. I think I've used Diablo 3, some of the footage from Diablo 3 as a background for one of my Let's Talks back in 2014. I think it was back in 2014 at least, when the Reaper of Souls expansion was just released. And to be honest, I still haven't got very far in that game. I still think I'm playing it on normal difficulty, or I should say the original difficulty. And I haven't got very far in the storyline. I've just watched a few of the cinematics. And with me playing StarCraft 2, I've been tempted to do a playthrough of Diablo 3, which is a more RPG fantasy setting rather than the sci-fi themes that StarCraft 2 has. But I don't know if there's any interest in that, or maybe it's just something that I want to do personally, which, to be fair, is a majority of the games I play for my channel. But no, I think I've talked enough. We've passed the 21-minute mark, holy hell. But yeah, no, feel free to comment below. I say, I don't know what background video I will have been using. I have actually started recording using Audacity before recording any background video. But yeah, obviously I hope you've enjoyed watching whatever it is in the background and listening to me ramble on. And obviously, I'll see you all probably later on this month. I'll probably do a video before the Let's Talk video in January. And obviously, if I don't do another Let's Talk video before it gets to the 25th, I hope you have an amazing Christmas. I hope you have a great time with your family, you know, ever hopeful. And obviously, if I don't do a video, have a Happy New Year as well. But I am sure I'll do one. But I like to be sure, I like to be safe. But yeah, I'll see you all obviously in the future. Until then, bye bye.
Target acquired. New target acquired. Destroyed. Medium laser destroyed. Left arm critical damage. Destroyed. Left torso critical damage. Left arm destroyed. All armor destroyed. Left torso destroyed. Critical damage. Right torso critical damage. Target acquired. critical damage. Heat level critical.